Hi friends, it's story time with Miss Dina, and we are going to read Estela's Swap. Hi friends, I am pointing at the title. This says Estela's Swap. Then I'm going to point at the author. This is by Alexis O'Neill. I'm pointing at the illustrator, Enrique O. Sanchez. Now I'm going to open the cover of our book. This is our title page. Why? Because it has our title and our author and our illustrator. What does the author do? Yes, they write the words. What does the illustrator do? Yes, they draw the pictures. Let's find out what happens in Estela's Swap. Papa's truck bounced through the swap meet parking lot early one Saturday in March. Suddenly, a strong Santa Ana wind blew a curtain of sand and leaves against the windows. Estela hugged her music box closer. Why do you think she's hugging her music box? I wonder why. Her brother, Javier, tugged her braid. We might have to anchor Estela so she doesn't blow away in the wind today, he teased. This was the first time Papa had let Estela sell something at swap meet. She needed to earn just $10 more for folk dancing lessons in town this summer at the Ballet Folklorico. She had been saving her money all year. Come, Papa said. Let's set up. From the truck, they pulled out old toys, clothes, and furniture. They lifted out pots and pans and car parts and arranged them in their space. Along with their own things, Papa brought anything the neighbors wanted him to sell. Here, Estela, said Papa, you can put your music box on this desk. But what if somebody wants to buy the desk? Papa laughed. Then you sell the desk. Bargain with them, Javier said. Tell them if they buy the desk, they can have their music box for free. I will not, Javier, Estela replied. I'll get my price. Just you wait and see. Let's look around, Papa. Let's look around, Papa said. Javier, mind our space while Estela and I are away, please. Estela picked up her music box. Don't take that, Javier called after her. Someone may want to buy it while you're gone. Estela pretended not to hear. Why do you think she pretended not to hear her brother? Yeah, I think she really wanted to sell the music box all by herself. She didn't want somebody to sell it for her. She wanted to make sure that she got a good price for it. She wanted to sell her music box herself. Swap Meet was a little city of tarps and tents and tables. Music blared from several stalls. The aisles buzzed with customers. Delicious smells of hot dogs, chili, and popcorn filled the air. Papa stopped at one stall and pointed to a hubcap. How much? He asked the man. $9, the man replied. I'll give you $4, Papa said. Sorry, the man answered. Papa turned away. Estela tugged at his shirt. But Papa, she whispered, we need a hubcap just like that. Don't worry, Papa whispered back as he pretended to leave. Why do you think he pretended to leave? Yes, he was trying to make a deal with the man with the hubcap. And sometimes you have to act like you are walking away from a deal to get the deal. All of a sudden, the man said, I'll sell it to you for $7. $6, Papa offered. The man agreed. So he got his deal. See how it's done? Asked Papa as they walked back to their space. As the seller, you name a price that's a little more than what you are willing to take. That way you have room to bargain. Now it's time for you to try. Estela set her music box on top of the desk. People walked by without stopping. She opened the cover. The cheerful song, Cielito Lindo, began to play. Across the way, a flower seller clapped her hands. Bueno, she called. A festive tent covered her stall filled with dried flowers in clay pots. Bouquets of tissue paper flowers hung from cords between the tent posts. Maybe the flower seller is in the mood to buy something, Estela thought. She picked up her music box and walked to the woman's stall. Why do you think she went over to the flower woman? I think she's trying to make a deal. Let's see what happens. To pass the time, the flower seller was sewing the hem of a falda, a beautiful full skirt with colorful ribbons at the bottom. Estela imagined how much fun it would be to dance in a skirt just like that. She would twirl around the stage and swirl her skirt like the ocean waves. I think Estela was really thinking about how much she would love to have that skirt. Would you like to see my music box? Estela asked the flower seller. The woman's eyes sparkled. I love this tune, she said. It reminds me of when I was a little girl. I'm selling my music box today, Estela explained. I need to earn $10 more for dancing lessons. Estela tried to keep her feet still, but the song tickled its way to her toes. What do you think that means, the song tickled its way to her toes? Yeah, I think that means she couldn't keep her feet still. It was making her want to dance. The flower seller smiled. I see you already know some steps. Then she began to hum Cielito Lindo as she sewed along the bottom of the skirt. So do you think that Estela made a deal? Let's see. When Estela returned to her side of the aisle, she made sure everyone could hear the music box as they walked by. A customer paused in front of Estela. How much? He asked. $12, Estela said. She felt proud that she had left room to bargain. The man laughed and plunked down the music box. He walked out of sight. Why do you think the man put her music box down like that? Yes, I think he thought that the price was too much, or more than he wanted to pay. Do you think he'll be back, Papa? Estela asked. I think he finds your price too high, Papa replied. A woman stopped next. Beautiful music, she said. Would you like to make an offer? Estela asked hopefully. $2, the woman said. Only $2? For a moment, Estela was speechless. Then she said, I was asking $12, but for you, I'll sell it to you for $10. The woman smiled and walked away. Why do you think the woman walked away? Yes, I think she thought that was too much and she didn't want to pay that much. How's it going? Javier asked. Oh, Javier, Estela said, I was so sure someone would buy my music box right away. Maybe you should have brought more than one thing to sell, Javier said. Then you'd have more chances to earn $10. Without warning, a strong wind ripped through the swap meet, catching everyone by surprise. Tarps tore loose, whipping and snapping, tents turned topsy-turvy, dishes crashed and metal poles clanged to the ground. Estela reached for her music box to keep it from blowing away. My flowers, the woman across the way called above the clatter. The flower seller's pots had smashed to the ground. Her tissue paper flowers had blown away like birds. She sat on the skirt she was sewing to keep it from flying away too. Estela ran to help. Without thinking, she put her music box on the woman's table. She pulled a tent pole upright so it wouldn't fall on the woman's head. Just then, she heard another crash. I think that was very nice of her to go and help the flower seller. Estela spun around. Her music box. It was smothered by pieces of broken flower pots. Oh no, Estela thought. It's probably broken. No one will buy it now. Estela was afraid to look closely. Why was she afraid to look at the music box? Yeah, I think she was afraid because she didn't want to see it broken. And then she'd be sad. Instead, she helped the flower seller. She straightened the tent post. Then she went up and down the aisle searching for paper flowers that had blown away. Why did she go and do all these things before she checked on her music box? I think she was avoiding having to look at it. She didn't want to be disappointed. When Estela returned, the flower seller was smiling. She held out the music box. Estela looked away when she saw its battered cover. The woman opened the box. The sounds of Cielito Lindo floated out. It still sings, little one, the woman said. Her music box was all right. She could paint over the scratches. She could still sell it. Estela held her music box tightly and danced for joy. But then she noticed almost everything was gone from the flower seller's stall. What will you sell now? Estela asked. The woman shook her head. Today, nothing. But next Sunday, flowers. I have a whole week to make more. How can she do all that work in just 1 week? Estela wondered. Suddenly, she knew what to do, even if it meant that she wouldn't earn any money today. Please, Senora, I want to give you this. Estela held out her music box. Now you can listen to music while you make flowers. The flower woman hesitated. Then she said, Gracias, little one. What does it mean to hesitate first? What does that mean to hesitate? Yeah, that means you go to reach for something, but you're kind of like, I don't. Okay. It's kind of a hesitation, like you want to grab it, but you're not sure if you should do it or not. It's a hesitation. It's a pause in whatever you're doing. But why do you think the woman hesitated? Yeah, I think she hesitated because she wasn't sure whether or not she should take the little girl's music box. She wasn't sure if the girl was serious. She wasn't sure what she should do. Estela walked back across the aisle where Papa and Javier were waiting. Secretly, she hoped the flower seller would call her back and return the music box, but she didn't. Why do you think she's wishing that the lady would return her music box? Do you think she wishes she hadn't given it up? Yeah, I'm thinking maybe she's having second thoughts about it. Estela tried to put the music box out of her mind as she thought about what she should bring to swap meet next week. Buyers liked low prices. Maybe she could sell some of her old games or stuffed animals. When she got home, she'd search her room for other things that buyers might want. She'd also have to ask Papa if she could come back next week. Do you think Papa will let her come back next week? Later in the day, near closing time, Papa suddenly called out, "Estela, your friend is here." Estela turned around. There was the flower seller. "Since we are at swap meet," the woman said, "it is only fair that we swap." She handed Stella a bag. "Goodbye for now, little one," the flower said, and hurried off. Estela looked inside. "The Valda!" she exclaimed. Estela pulled the skirt out of the bag and put it on over her clothes. She twirled around and round, picturing herself dancing with the ballet folklorico. "May I come back with you next week, Papa?" Estela asked, thinking of the money she still needed to earn. "Of course. It looks like you know how to swap," Papa said. "Yes, but now I need to learn how to sell." How do you think Estela is feeling right now? She has on this skirt. Wasn't she dreaming of this skirt earlier in the story? Wasn't she thinking, "Oh, I wish I could have that skirt"? And she got it, didn't she? And there she is in her dance class looking so pretty. So, based on this picture in her dance class, do you think that she earned the money that she needed to be able to take the dance class? I think so. I think that last picture that shows her in her dance class shows that she earned enough money to be able to take her dance class. So I hope you enjoyed this story of Estela's swap. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to get notifications for any time a video is posted, click that bell icon and select the all notifications and you will get those notifications. And again, thank you so much for watching.